There is this new motion that the society is raising. Marriage is not an achievement. Because many of us young girls do not want to appear as too desperate for marriage, we shrink ourselves, pretend to hate marriage. But we forget that a bulk of who we become or a bulk of how our life goes comes from who we marry at the end of the day. If you have marriage anywhere at the back of your mind, then you should stay and watch this video. But if marriage is something you are never considering because marriage is not an achievement, then you can skip this video. Many of us think we are better off without marriage, but do you know that what you are calling success today as a single could be better when you are married? Reasons why the Bible say 1 shall chase 1,000 and 2 shall chase 10,000. Wherever you are right now, when you get married, it should be times 10 of whatever you have right now. And if that is not happening for you, then you are in the wrong marriage. Young men and women of these days, especially the ladies, are made to look like less ambitious because they desire marriage. And I asked why. Isn't the union between a man and a woman a major part of existence? Didn't the Bible say it is not good for a man to be alone? Didn't the Bible also say that when one fall, the other shall help him up? Because people who dream of marriage are now seen as less ambitious, dependent, and have no life direction. A lot of us have now shifted focus into things we think will make the society value our existence. And at the end of the day, some of us end up falling back to marriage, and these marriages sometimes ruining all they have ever labored for. Show me 10 successful single and I will show you 1,000 married successful men and women. Marriage can be a major part of how your life goes, and that is why you should be intentional about it. Have you seen a man or a woman who was once really successful until they met their spouse? Some fall to the ground and some rise to the top. So if you have marriage anywhere in your mind, maybe later in the future, I advise that you prioritize it. If marriage wasn't that important, I don't see the reason why the devil will be fighting it. God created marriage and he created it for a reason. Because God created it, he has a reason for it. The devil is fighting marriages these days and is making you think it is not important to be intentional about who you marry, when you marry, why you marry. He's making it look like a pass-over thing, but marriage is a serious business. It can ruin or make who you become in life. I advise you stop shrinking and pretending not to love marriage and wear your shoe on and be intentional, pray about it, and take that your marriage seriously. After all, the whole essence of existence is pouring into somebody, and marriage happens to be that ground where you selflessly have to pour into someone else. If you can succeed in your marriage, then you have achieved something big. Stop thinking marriage is not an achievement and taking every other thing in your life seriously except marriage. And when you eventually end up in that marriage, you ruin everything with your hands, because from the beginning, you have seen it as something less. It's okay to dream about marriage. The only thing is that you are going in there to pour into somebody and you cannot pour from an empty cup. So what is wrong if you're pouring into your spouse, your children, your in-laws, your friends, your relations, your husband's friend? What is wrong with that? So, but the only thing is that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that is where we miss it. So fill yourself. Be sure not to be empty. Always try to fill yourself, find your feet, and be intentional about this thing called marriage.